I went from this to this in 11 months. Stick around to find out how. Hello everyone, semi-retired Bob here. I talk about the carnivore diet, all things related to the carnivore diet, and miscellaneous odds and ends. Today we are going to talk about supplements and how my mind has changed just a little bit from a video I made a couple of months ago. Not a huge change, just a little change. If you're new to the channel, welcome. I'm glad you're here. You might be asking yourself, Bob, what in the world are we watching here today? Well, basically you're watching me walk. A lot of traffic here. And by a lot of traffic, I mean there's been 2 cars. One of them's a pretty loud diesel truck. I'm sure you can hear him grinding away at his engine back there. But anyway, what you're watching is you're watching me walk. I know that doesn't seem super exciting. Wow, that sun's right behind me. Let's try that. I know that doesn't seem super exciting, but if you consider 11 months ago I couldn't do this, I could barely stand for 2 to 2.5 minutes without severe pain. And now I'm out here walking every day. I'm a little less than 1 month shy of my 60th birthday. So the primary purpose of this channel is to show you that it's never too late to change your life. I spent 40 plus years slowly sliding down the scale of bad health. And now, like I said, I'm out here walking every day. If you're returning to the channel, welcome back. I'm glad you're here as well. It is a beautiful day in Omaha, Nebraska today. The sun is bright, it's shining. It's 78 degrees. It's supposed to be heading for about 85 today, which would be nice. The sun feels wonderful on my back. I'm almost to the top of that great big hill I start my walk with. I must be walking a little faster today because I'm struggling just a little bit, but not a lot. After I turn the corner up here, I'll be able to put the camera right back in my face. Oh my. I don't even know what kind of tree that is, but it's fully blossomed out in these white and pink blossoms. I think maybe you can see that. I can't tell because the sun's right in my eyes, but I think I've gotten that tree in the shot. I have no idea what kind of tree that is, but it is pretty. There's more sun. But let's talk a little bit about supplements. As I told you about a month ago, my skin was just kind of dry and creepy. So I started taking some collagen in the morning. Not a lot, you know, because all that kind of stuff is really expensive. And remember, Dr. Berry suggests that we get all of our supplements from the foods we eat. But because I'm on a budget and I eat mostly ground beef, I thought perhaps, because my skin was dry and creepy, I thought perhaps I'm not getting quite enough collagen from the meats I'm eating. So I bought a collagen peptide supplement, which is, if you want to see which one it is, there's a link down in the description. You can click on it. But I looked at it and it was a little on the pricey side. But, and I thought, well, you know, I probably don't need as much as they're calling for. Because the recommended dose of the thing was 2 scoops. for a dose, which would have meant about 15 or 16 servings in that container. Which means to keep up that kind of a dose, I would have had to buy 2 of those a month. And if I could afford to buy 2 of those a month, I could just eat 3 or 4 meals of better meat. So just to see what would happen, I've been using just about a half a scoop in my morning beverage. And I can tell you now that we're a month into this thing, my skin is much better. All the dry skin I had around my toes and my ankles is completely cleared up. And the skin on my legs looks much better. So I think I was just a little bit light on the amount of collagen I was getting due to all the inexpensive meat that I eat. So I'm going to run it for about another month, which I think 2 months is about the 2-month mark, is where I'm going to get real close to running out of my collagen powder. And then I'll stop it for a couple weeks, see what happens, and go on from there. Now, if you'll recall, people are always asking me about electrolytes and things like that. And my primary electrolyte that I use was designed by Dr. Berry with Keto Chow. And it's their Keto Chow Daily Minerals. And again, that stuff's a little on the pricey side. And Dr. Berry, again, would like us to get all of our nutrition from the foods we eat. But again, because I tend to eat so cheap, I may or may not do that. I don't remember who I was watching when I first got back, so it's only been a week. But they were talking about, I don't remember which mineral it was, but that being deficient in some minerals can accelerate our cravings. So to break cravings and addictions, making sure we have all our minerals is a really good idea. Well, as you guys all know, I'm a big fan of pizza. Specifically Papa John's pizza. I haven't had any. It's not like I've cheated and gotten some. But all I have to do is think about Papa John's, and I feel like, well, you know, maybe I've done so well. One pizza's not going to hurt me, right? I don't give in to those cravings. But I thought, well, you know, because everybody always says that all those cravings will go away after a month or 2, sometimes 3. Well, I'm almost a year into this thing, and my cravings had not gone away. Still fighting them every day. So, well, you know, I primarily use my mineral drops, which have electrolytes in them as well. Not the mineral drops, the daily minerals. I primarily use those because, you know, it's like $65 a bottle for the big one, the 32 ounce. If I know I'm going to be out in the hot sun all day and doing something that makes me sweat, I would take a dose of electrolytes before I went out there to it, and would take an electrolyte infused water with me, especially if I was going to work at the miniature golf course, because that's not just standing out in the sun, that's standing out in the sun in a stone block building with a tin roof. So if it's 95 or 100 degrees out, with the cool putt machine, which is a slush machine, and the cooler for the water and the soft drinks and all that other stuff, and he keeps the candy bars in there too so they don't melt. But all of that running inside the clubhouse, if it's say 95 degrees out, you can count on it being somewhere between 105 and 110 in the clubhouse. It's always 10 to 15 degrees hotter in the clubhouse. So I would take not only a dose of electrolytes before I left, but I'd take another bottle of water with some electrolytes in it with me to drink about halfway through the shift. But that's all I would use them for. I did not take them daily. Well, I got thinking about this craving thing. I thought, well, let me give it a try. And again, I'm not using a full dose, because a full dose would be about an ounce, and that means every 32 days I'd have to spend another $65 to get another bottle. Now, the link I put down in the description is an Amazon link. If you're using other Keto Chow products, it is a little cheaper if you buy it from their website, but you have to buy a certain amount to get free shipping. So for now, while I'm just doing that, I just buy them from Amazon. If the Keto Chow people, Chris or Miriam, are watching, so I don't even have a discount code for them. If you're watching and want to give me a discount code that I can pass on to people, I'm happy to start putting your link down in the description. But for now, because of where I'm at, it's just an Amazon link, because you can order it through there. But anyway, the amount of that I'm using is, along with my collagen powder, I don't use a whole, when out serving, I have a little eyedropper that's about 2 inches long. I just fill that up and squirt that into my morning beverage. Because again, you know, remember Dr. Berry wants us to get most of our nutrition from what we eat. But because I eat mostly ground beef, and I buy cheap ground beef from Walmart, I don't buy expensive ground beef. I thought, well, you know, maybe it's lacking a little something. And an amazing thing happened just yesterday or the day before, I noticed. Because usually when I get my pizza cravings in the evening while I'm watching TV, because I'll eat about somewhere between 3 and 5, and then about 9:30 or 10 at night when I'm watching TV, watching YouTube videos, answering comments, any of the things that I do in the evening, is when I'll start to think about pizza. And a couple of days ago I noticed I haven't thought about pizza in several days. And even just having that thought in my brain, like right now while I'm talking about this, the thought of ordering up Papa John's pizza that normally would trigger me to start thinking about all the ways I could justify having just one pizza. The thought of ordering a pizza actually disgusts me a little bit. So perhaps that video I watched about minerals maybe there was something to that. Now again, I can't say yes, this is definitely a thing, or no, it's not a thing. Remember, everything I talk about on this channel is just the results of my personal N=1 experiment. These are the things that have happened to me. Wow, that sun feels good. So, of course, do your own video watching, look up on stuff. If I can find that video again that I watched, I'll link it down in the description. But the odds of me finding it aren't very good. But if you've made it this far, please go ahead and subscribe. Remember, I've got that goal of trying to get to 5,000 subscribers by my 60th birthday. We're a little over 800 away, and we got about a month to do it. So if you haven't subscribed yet, please, and you're still here, go ahead and subscribe. It's absolutely free, doesn't cost you a thing. But to help get the message out, don't forget to hit the like or the dislike. Any interaction with the channel helps. Go ahead and leave me a comment down below. Even if it's just to say, hi Bob, or wow, you're looking particularly old today, Bob. Whatever the comment is, all comments help. But I was saying, yeah, that's the YouTube-y type stuff. I just did a music section yesterday or the day before, and you've already seen I'm going on the same route, so you've already seen this uphill climb back to the house. So I'm not going to show you that again. I'll just pause the video here, and with the magic of editing, I'll give you my final thoughts when I get back to the house. Well, here I am, back at the house again, leaning up against my truck. And now I got to try to remember what I was going to say. Oh yeah, so when talking about supplementing, because we're eating a proper human diet, I wouldn't worry about getting massive amounts of supplements in. But if you're eating on the cheap like I am, you might consider just a very low dose. Like me, I'm taking, instead of 2 scoops of collagen, I'm taking a 1/4 scoop of collagen. Between 1/4 and 1/2. I don't measure it, I just kind of eyeball it and say that's good enough. Same thing with the daily minerals. I just take a dropper full and squeeze it into my morning beverage. Because those supplements are expensive. But yeah, that's... Unfortunately, I forgot what else I was going to talk about, so I'll leave you at this point here. I hope you enjoyed this quick little video. Don't forget to get out there, be 1% better today, tomorrow, every day. Have a great day, folks. I will see you tomorrow.